Taps is a 1981 drama. I really don't know how to classify this. It's not a war, but there is a war. Um, it's rough, and I guess it would be an all-star cast for 1980. George C. Scott, Timothy Hutton, Ronnie Cox, uh, Tom Cruise. This is 1981. Tom Cruise when he had really bad teeth. I think he used this movie's money to pay for his teeth. I've had dental work too, so yeah, I've got that card. Um, Giancarlo Esposito. I guess that's how it's pronounced. Giancarlo. I don't know. I'm horrible with Spanish. Um, Sean Penn's in it. That's kind of depressing. There are a lot of people in this that you recognize a lot of people, but you don't know their names or you've seen them. Earl Hindman is in it. I didn't recognize him because he didn't have a fence in front of his face. Um, it's rough. It's a rough movie. 1981, so this movie was made. You know, Vietnam's over, and getting on with our lives. But the everybody in this. Let me go back. Uh, it's about a military academy, and all these kids, and I mean kids, and you start to get a little teary eyed because these are children, and they're at a military academy, and the sentiment at the time this movie was made was Vietnam happened and that was a big waste and whatever. So now we've got the next generation of Americans training to do exactly what we just got done screwing up. Especially this movie does hit hard, especially with current events. One of those "what have we done here" type of things. We taught our kids how to fight wars that we really didn't want being involved in the first place. And like I said, it's rough and it's kind of difficult to explain this movie other than George C. Scott's the he's the chief steward of the academy, and these I'll just read off IMDb. Military cadets take extreme measures to ensure the future of their academy when its existence is threatened by local condo developers. That's disingenuous at best. There's a lot more involved in it. These kids don't want to leave, and man, it's it's one of those anti-war Sean Penn movies by being pro-war, but it's more nuanced than that. Like if I had children, would I want to send them to a military academy? Probably not. Maybe when they're teenagers and that's what their life goal would be. Maybe. I wouldn't want my friends to send them to this military academy, and that's kind of a reductive overview of how uh, I've experienced the animosity between military bases and civilian population next to that base. We don't have it now. I haven't seen it now, but it definitely did exist back in the 60s and 70s. Uh, I don't know. This is a hard one to explain. You really have to watch it. It's incredibly nuanced. There's a lot of detail. Some of that, what would you do if you were in this situation? What if my kids were in that situation? What if people I knew were in that situation? If you were active duty military, prior military, how do you handle this? Is it warranted? Um, is this a situation? I don't know. I don't have a lot of words for this movie, but it is good. Great acting, fantastic acting. Just as soon as you can see it. I believe it's on Stars. I don't know, wherever you can find it, Amazon, Netflix, something like that. Check it out. It's not a comedy. Definitely not a comedy.